everybody, this is Vince Miller. Thank you so much for joining me for our devotional. Today we're in Acts chapter 12. I'm going to be reading verses 18 through 19. It reads, "Now when day came, there was no little disturbance among the soldiers over what had become of Peter. And after Herod had searched for him and did not find him, he examined the sentries and ordered that they should be put to death. Then he, Peter, went down from Judea to Caesarea and spent time there." So, Peter has escaped prison. And based on the situation, this would actually make Peter a legitimate fugitive of the Roman government. Yes, of course, he's innocent of wrongdoing, but he's still a fugitive. And I thought this situation was interesting because it illustrates a conflict between God and government. You know, we should always remember that our biblical worldview assumes a few decrees about the relationship between God and government. First, that God is king and he rules over all human governments. Second, that God establishes human government for the good of people. Third, that throughout the Bible, God disciplines disobedient nations and rulers. Fourth, if there are moments a law comes in conflict with the law of God, well, in these moments, we must obey God. Fifth, the human government cannot legislate a change in a sinful heart, even though we try to do it, right? Sixth, the redemption of the human heart is the work of God's grace, done by a kingdom that is not of this world. And I think these 6 decrees are evidenced in some manner at this moment. So let's come back to Peter. He's a fugitive, but he was released by God. He did not escape by his own accord, but by an angel of the Lord. And this was a moment that King Herod Agrippa and God, our king, were in conflict. And in a moment, we're going to see that, well, Agrippa will be on the losing side of that conflict. But friends, here's something to consider. When we don't like what we see happening in our respective governments, I think we should call on God as our king. He is still the only true king. He can do whatever he wants. And rather than get so anxious about what a human government is doing or maybe not doing, well, we could just spend our time praying for God's will to be known and either ask him to change the hearts of those who lead or actually intervene supernaturally. But either way, God is king over every kingdom. Well, I hope you enjoyed this devotional today. If you have, share it with someone you know. Hit that like button. Leave a comment for me below. And I'll see you right back here again tomorrow.